Welcome to Certification Terminal. In this series of video, we are going to discuss a couple of ITIL questions and answers in detail. Let's jump in. What phases make up the release and deployment workflow? 1. Release, build and test. 2. Review and close. 3. Categorize and record. 4. Change authorization and schedule. Option A, 3 and 4. Option B, 2 and 4. Option C, 1 and 3. Option D, 1 and 2. The correct answer is Option D, 1 and 2. Release, build and test is crucial in the release and deployment workflow. It involves creating the release package from the development environment and testing it to ensure it meets all quality and functionality standards before it is deployed. The release, build and test phase ensures that the software is stable, functions correctly, and is ready for the production environment. This phase is fundamental to the deployment process as it verifies that the software will work as expected once deployed. Review and close phase typically occurs after the release has been deployed. It involves reviewing the success of the deployment, addressing any post-deployment issues, and formally closing out the release activities. This includes final documentation, lessons learned, and ensuring that all release-related tasks are completed. While this phase is not part of the actual release or deployment process, it is a crucial step for ensuring that the release is formally concluded and any outstanding issues are addressed. Option A, 3 and 4, is incorrect. Categorize and record activities are generally part of the change management process, involving documentation and classification of changes or incidents rather than the actual phases of release and deployment. They are important for tracking and managing changes but are not specific phases of the release and deployment workflow. Change authorization and schedule phase involves getting approval for changes and scheduling the release. While important for planning and managing changes, it is not part of the core release and deployment workflow itself. It precedes the actual release and deployment activities. Option B, 2 and 4, is incorrect. As mentioned, review and close phase comes after the release has been deployed, focusing on post-deployment review and closure rather than the core release and deployment process. Change authorization and schedule phase involves planning and authorizing changes, which are preliminary activities rather than phases of the release and deployment workflow. Option C, 1 and 3, is incorrect. Release, build and test is a core phase of the release and deployment workflow, involving the creation and testing of the release. Categorize and record is related to change management and documentation rather than the actual release and deployment workflow. It does not involve the actual building or testing of the release. Next question. Given that a service desk team is the first line of support and escalates unresolved incidents to second-line support, leading to large queues of unresolved tickets, what approach could help the organization address this issue? Option A, streamlining incident escalation processes and improving collaboration between support tiers. Option B, implementing self-service options for users to resolve common issues. Option C, increasing the number of first-line support staff. Option D, implementing a priority-based ticket handling system. The correct answer is Option A, streamlining incident escalation processes and improving collaboration between support tiers. Streamlining incident escalation processes helps to ensure that tickets are moved efficiently between first-line and second-line support. Improving collaboration between support tiers facilitates better communication and quicker resolution of complex issues. By refining how incidents are escalated and ensuring that there is a smooth handoff between support levels, you can reduce delays and improve overall ticket resolution times, which addresses the problem of large queues. Option B is incorrect. While self-service options can reduce the number of tickets by allowing users to solve common issues on their own, it does not directly address the problem of large queues of unresolved tickets that have already been escalated to second-line support. Self-service options are more effective in preventing issues from reaching the support team rather than resolving existing ticket backlogs. Option C is incorrect. Increasing the number of first-line support staff might help in handling more tickets initially and potentially reduce the number of tickets that are escalated to second-line support. However, it does not address the fundamental issue of the large backlog in the second-line support queue. If the second-line support processes are inefficient or if there are unresolved systemic issues, adding more first-line staff alone will not resolve the backlog. Option D is incorrect. A priority-based ticket handling system helps in managing which tickets should be addressed first based on their urgency and importance. While this can improve the efficiency of handling high-priority tickets, it does not necessarily solve the issue of the large volume of unresolved tickets if the underlying processes between support tiers are not optimized. Prioritization is important but should be part of a broader strategy that includes streamlining escalation processes and improving collaboration. Next question. What enables a user to gain access to a system? Option A, service provision. Option B, service requirement. Option C, service consumption. Option D, service desk. The correct answer is Option A, service provision. Service provision refers to the actual delivery of a service to a user. When a service provider offers a service, it enables users to gain access to the system that provides that service. For example, when an internet service provider, ISP, provides internet access, it enables users to connect to the internet and access various online resources. Option B, service requirement, is incorrect. A service requirement is simply the need or desire for a particular service. It does not grant access to the system that provides the service. Option C, service consumption, is incorrect. Service consumption refers to the actual use of a service by a user. It does not grant access to the system in the first place. Option D, service desk, is incorrect. A service desk is a department or function within an organization that provides support to users of its services. While it plays a role in assisting users, it does not directly enable access to the system. Next question. How can the service desk leverage knowledge management to accelerate incident resolution and prevent future occurrences? Option A, documenting incident resolutions for future reference and training. Option B, prioritizing incidents based on their impact on business operations. Option C, providing timely updates and communications to affected users. Option D, escalating incidents to appropriate support teams for resolution. The correct answer is Option C, providing timely updates and communications to affected users. In the context of a major upgrade causing a large volume of incidents, one of the most valuable contributions of the service desk is to ensure effective communication with users. Providing timely updates and clear communication helps manage user expectations, reduces frustration, and keeps users informed about the status of their issues. This approach is crucial for maintaining customer satisfaction and can prevent additional support requests that arise from users feeling left in the dark. Effective communication ensures that users are aware of the progress and any steps they may need to take, thereby contributing to the overall value stream by improving user experience and potentially reducing the volume of follow-up incidents. Option A is incorrect. While documenting incident resolutions is important for creating a knowledge base and improving future incident handling, it does not directly address the immediate needs of managing the current volume of incidents. The immediate priority is to handle the volume of incidents effectively and keep users informed rather than focusing solely on documentation. Option B is incorrect. Prioritizing incidents is essential for addressing the most critical issues first, but it does not directly contribute to managing user expectations or improving communication during a high-volume incident period. Prioritization helps in managing the workload but does not actively engage with users or address their immediate concerns during the incident surge. Option D is incorrect. Escalating incidents ensures that complex or high-priority issues are addressed by the right experts, which is important for effective resolution. However, this option does not directly involve interacting with users or providing updates, which are key to managing user experience during a period of high incident volume. Escalation is a part of incident management but does not cover the broader aspect of user communication and satisfaction. Next question. Which of the following is managed by supplier management in terms of negotiation and agreement? Option A, operational level agreements, OLAs. Option B, service level agreements, SLAs. Option C, third-party contracts. Option D, the service portfolio. The correct answer is Option C, third-party contracts. Supplier management is primarily responsible for negotiating and agreeing on third-party contracts. These contracts involve external vendors or service providers and cover various aspects, including terms of service, pricing, delivery schedules, compliance, and other contractual obligations. Supplier management ensures that these contracts align with the organization's needs, regulatory requirements, and strategic goals. By effectively negotiating third-party contracts, supplier management helps secure favorable terms and conditions that benefit the organization and manage the relationship with external suppliers. Option A, operational level agreements, is incorrect. Operational level agreements are internal agreements within an organization that define how different departments or teams will support each other to meet service level agreements, SLAs. These are not typically negotiated by supplier management but are managed internally to ensure that internal processes and responsibilities are aligned. OLAs focus on internal service and support structures rather than external supplier relationships. Option B, service level agreements, is incorrect. While service level agreements, SLAs, are crucial and often involve supplier management in terms of defining service expectations and performance metrics, they are not solely managed by supplier management. SLAs are typically part of the broader third-party contracts that supplier management negotiates. SLAs define the quality and performance metrics of the services provided by suppliers, but the negotiation and agreement encompass the entire third-party contract, not just the SLAs. Option D, the service portfolio, is incorrect. The service portfolio includes all services offered by the organization and involves managing and overseeing these services. It encompasses service design, development, and lifecycle management. However, managing the service portfolio is not directly related to negotiating external supplier contracts. It focuses on the internal aspects of service management and delivery rather than the contractual relationships with third-party vendors. Next question. What document or tool is used to convey a high-level overview of a major change that carries significant cost and risk to the organization? Option A, risk register. Option B, service request. Option C, change proposal. Option D, change policy. The correct answer is Option C, change proposal. A change proposal is used to convey a high-level overview of a major change, especially when it involves significant costs and risks to the organization. This document outlines the nature of the change, its benefits, costs, risks, and impact on the organization. It is typically used to gain approval from stakeholders or decision-makers before proceeding with the change. The change proposal provides a detailed and structured way to present and assess major changes, ensuring that all relevant information is considered in decision-making processes. Option A, risk register, is incorrect. A risk register is a tool used to document and track risks associated with projects or changes. While it is important for managing and identifying potential risks, it does not provide a high-level overview of the change itself. Instead, it focuses on recording risk details, mitigation strategies, and risk statuses. It is more concerned with managing the risks rather than providing an overview of the change. Option B, service request, is incorrect. A service request is typically used to request standard changes or services from an IT service provider. It is generally not used for major changes with significant cost and risk implications. Service requests are more routine and focus on fulfilling specific user needs or service requirements rather than providing a comprehensive overview of major changes. Option D, change policy, is incorrect. A change policy defines the guidelines, procedures, and rules for managing changes within an organization. It outlines how changes should be handled, but it does not itself provide a high-level overview of specific changes. The policy is a governing document that establishes the framework for change management rather than a detailed proposal for individual changes. Next question. Which practice is focused on overseeing suppliers and their performance to guarantee the seamless delivery of quality products and services? Option A, relationship management. Option B, release management. Option C, service desk. Option D, supplier management. The correct answer is Option D, supplier management. Supplier management is the practice focused on overseeing suppliers and their performance to ensure the smooth and effective delivery of quality products and services. This practice involves selecting suppliers, negotiating contracts, managing supplier relationships, and monitoring performance to ensure that suppliers meet the organization's standards and requirements. Supplier management aims to maintain quality, manage risks, and ensure that the products and services provided by suppliers align with the organization's needs and expectations. Option A, relationship management, is incorrect. While relationship management involves managing relationships with various stakeholders, including suppliers, it is broader in scope and not specifically focused on managing supplier performance. Relationship management encompasses interactions with all stakeholders, customers, partners, employees to improve engagement and satisfaction, not just suppliers. Supplier management is more specific to overseeing supplier performance and ensuring quality delivery. Option B, release management, is incorrect. Release management is concerned with the planning, scheduling, and controlling of software releases and updates. It focuses on ensuring that new or updated software is released smoothly and effectively. While release management deals with the delivery of software, it does not directly involve overseeing supplier performance or managing supplier relationships. Option C, service desk, is incorrect. The service desk is a function within IT support that handles incident management, service requests, and user support. Its focus is on providing support and resolving issues for end users rather than managing supplier performance or overseeing the delivery of products and services from suppliers. Next question. How would you define the concept of change? Option A, to ensure that accurate and reliable information about the configuration of services is available. Option B, to add, modify or remove anything that could have a direct or indirect effect on services. Option C, to move new or changed hardware, software, or any other component to live environments. Option D, to make new and changed services and features available for use. The correct answer is Option B, to add, modify or remove anything that could have a direct or indirect effect on services. This option correctly defines the concept of change in the context of service management and IT operations. Change involves making adjustments to a system, which includes adding, modifying, or removing components. This definition captures the essence of what change means. It encompasses various types of modifications that could impact services either directly or indirectly. Option A is incorrect. This option describes a goal of configuration management rather than the definition of change. It focuses on maintaining accurate and reliable information about service configurations, which is related to tracking changes but does not define what a change itself is. Option C is incorrect. This option specifically describes the deployment phase of change management, where changes are moved into production. It doesn't encompass the broader concept of change, which includes the initiation and planning of changes, not just the deployment. Option D is incorrect. This option refers to the implementation or release of changes, focusing on making new or altered services available to users. While it describes a stage in the change management process, it doesn't define the overall concept of change, which includes adding, modifying, or removing elements affecting services. Next question. What are the components involved in process control? Option A, resources, capabilities and metrics. Option B, work instructions, procedures and roles. Option C, process owner, policy and objectives. Option D, inputs, outputs and triggers. The correct answer is Option C, process owner, policy and objectives. Process owner is responsible for overseeing the process but not an element of process control. Policy provides guidelines and rules for process management. Objectives define what the process aims to achieve. Next question. Which ITIL practice aims to minimize the chances of incidents occurring? Option A, problem management. Option B, continual improvement. Option C, service desk. Option D, change control. The correct answer is Option A, problem management. Problem management focuses on identifying and resolving the underlying causes of incidents to prevent their recurrence. By addressing the root causes of incidents, problem management helps to reduce the frequency and impact of future incidents. It is proactive and aims to eliminate problems that could lead to incidents, thereby minimizing the chances of their occurrence. Option B, continual improvement, is incorrect. Continual improvement focuses on ongoing improvements to services and processes to enhance performance, efficiency, and value. While continual improvement can indirectly contribute to reducing incidents by improving processes, it is not specifically aimed at minimizing the likelihood of incidents. Its scope is broader and includes general enhancements and optimizations rather than focusing solely on incident prevention. Option C, service desk, is incorrect. Service desk is primarily concerned with handling incidents and service requests from users. Its main role is to act as a single point of contact for users to report issues and request support. While the service desk plays a critical role in managing incidents, it does not specifically focus on minimizing the likelihood of incidents but rather on managing and resolving them as they occur. Option D, change control, is incorrect. Change control manages changes to the IT environment in a controlled manner to minimize risks and disruptions. While effective change control can help prevent incidents caused by changes, its primary focus is on managing and approving changes rather than directly addressing the likelihood of incidents. It aims to ensure changes are made safely but does not specifically target the reduction of incident probability. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel and share this video to your friends and to whomsoever needed. We'll meet in the next video. Thank you.